We just got home from an adventure, the Viking Cruise into the Midnight Sun, which sailed from Bergen in Norway, up the coast of the Arctic Circle, and then back to London, England. I haven't had time to count all the photos, but I had the Fuji X-T100 with me every day, whether on an excursion or when spending time on the ship. Photography has become a favorite sport. No matter where I go, whether it's walking around the city, on a day trip close to home, or on vacation, you can't possibly count the number of people with cameras, well, and of course phones. I'm sure I'm in random photos all over the world as well. I may be the photographer for those I've offered to snap their photos. Photography is a great way to spend your time and to make memories of your adventures. Fuji lent me the X-T100 with champagne gold trim to take on the trip. It's small and not very heavy, so it's easy to pack and carry around with you to shoot. I kept it in my purse, around my neck, or on my shoulder. Often, though, I wrapped it around my right wrist, so I was ready to shoot when something caught my eye. The grip on the X-T100 makes that easy to do. There's a built-in pop-up flash. It came in handy for this photo of Martin standing in front of Tower Bridge early in the morning, when the sun wasn't quite where I wanted it. There are many features you can access just by touching the LCD screen. In SR, the fully automatic mode, you can choose Shot, so in a pinch, you can focus and shoot and catch that moving bus or sheep. Just hold up the camera, touch, and capture that fleeting moment. Or set to AF by touch, that's touch to focus, and then you can shoot by pressing the shutter button. You can use touch to access the film simulations here if you'd like to shoot in black and white. To access all the film simulations, you choose Program, Aperture, Shutter, or Manual modes. In Advanced mode, touch the screen to select an advanced filter. Great when I wanted to shoot this cute little restaurant in pop color. In SP, Scene position, you can choose the scenes by scrolling through them. All of this was simpler for me than turning the top left dial or using the menu button. Now the screen tilts up for shooting from a low vantage point and down for shooting overhead, like this landscape of the glaciers in Norway. Now, I'm not a selfie person. I think it makes my nose look fat. But when there's no kind stranger about to ask to take a photo, the screen does flip out for selfies. The X-T100 has a viewfinder as well as the LCD. I prefer using the viewfinder when possible. In bright sunlight, I find it difficult to see what I'm shooting on the LCD screen, although it helps if I pull the screen out. And with the viewfinder, I think I compose a better, steadier shot. Taking good photos takes time. It's great to have the time to set up your shot, wait for just the right light, play with the angle, adjust your focus, make sure the subject is balanced in the photo. All those things that we know make a good photo. But when I'm on vacation, I don't always have time to prepare and set up a shot. You're taking photos from a bus window, or you're on a walking tour. You don't want to lose sight of your guide. Or perhaps your subject is on the move and time is of the essence. I spent the first few days mostly shooting in the fully automatic scene recognition mode for those very reasons. In SR, the X-T100 decides what setting will give you the best photo. There's an on-screen indication to show you which scene it's identified and the settings it will use. As we were driving around or walking around a lot, that was very useful for me. And I used the SR mode more than I thought I would. It chooses the focus, quick and easy, to take a photo with little stress. And face detection is a very useful feature when shooting on the move. Or, with a quick turn of the dial, the four most used scene positions, landscape, portrait, sport, or night are available to select the setting for a specific scene. If I had the time, I set the camera to use P, program, so I could be more in control. My general approach is to leave the focus spot in the center, soft press to focus, and then compose and shoot. Program enables a bunch of features like shooting JPEG and RAW, and focus selection that aren't available in SR mode. I found many features to use in SP, scene position, using touch to select scenes. Flower enhances detail and color and got me some beautiful photographs of flowers in the many gardens we saw. The sunset setting was perfect for that spectacular night as we sailed into the midnight sun, which, by the way, peeked out from the clouds at exactly 11:59 p.m. I used text when taking a photo of printed information, like those signs at the Tate Modern I wanted to refer back to when I got home. Turn the dial to advanced for some interesting filters. Scroll on screen to select. HDR art makes your photo look like a painting. Miniature is fun to use when looking down on a scene. Dynamic tone really enhances tone and makes photos look dramatic. Pop color provides an exaggerated color look. I was excited to find fog removal for those days we were up in the mountains in Norway. It did increase the contrast slightly. With gorgeous vistas at almost every moment as we sailed through the Norwegian Sea, panorama was a great feature to have. You can choose the angle, the size left to right, and direction. Martin showed me his trick. To use the direction top to bottom, turn the camera sideways, and then sweep left to right for a larger image. Fuji's new 15 to 45 millimeter lens on the X-T100 has a power zoom, and I found it needed a gentle touch. I don't often think of video, but in St. Magnus Church in Kirkwall in the Orkney Islands, the magnificent sound of the organ was a perfect moment to press the red button to record video and capture that beautiful music. Now, I'd used Fuji cameras before, but this was the first time I'd used the X-T100. As with anything, practice makes perfect. I'd suggest you experiment with your camera before you travel, so you're familiar with the basic settings and you're ready to shoot to capture those memories. Take the time to find the 3 or 4 go-to settings you can rely on. But the X-T100 is easy to use, and you can get great photos without a lot of practice. Thanks for watching. I'm happy to respond to your questions and comments. Have fun being creative with your camera. Keep shooting until your battery is empty and your memory card is full.